Wayward Social in Marshalltown, this is Bobcat Live.
Welcome into Bobcat Live. It is our favorite Bobcat Live of the fall because it's cheer night. It's cheer night. That's what bumps football out of the one hole. You got to drop them to the two hole when it's cheer squad until we see Jamison Niehaus, Jacob Hayes, and them doing, what did you call that? What did they do?
Spiriting.
Spiriting. Once they start spiriting, maybe they can stay in the one hole on cheer night. I'm lucky enough to be joined by Coach Val Corson along with Adriana Maston, one of the captains. It has been a really fun perspective, bird's eye view. We get to see what you do in the press box, but then you get to Oktoberfest parade, getting to see you guys march, going and seeing a practice. There is a ton of work, and overheard people saying even at the parade, there are a lot of cheerleaders out there. How many do you have on your squads this fall?
We are at 50 combined between JV and varsity.
50 is
50.
So for you, is this a record for you and for the Bobcat squad?
It is. It is. We just have a lot of interest, and my goal is I want our student athletes to be involved, and I just keep trying to grow and get as many involved as possible.
And Adriana, she's trying to grow that. You're a captain, so very important in that. When did you know cheer was something that you were really excited about?
Right middle school, my older sister was cheering, and I wanted to be like her, so I decided then and there.
And in that process of being able to do in middle school and then all the way up to that captain position, what has been your favorite thing about being a part of the cheer squad?
I think just meeting new people and growing as a person.
And while growing as a person, what would that be? Is there something you have that you would?
I used to be super shy, but now I'm doing things like this and talking to multiple people, teaching and stuff like that.
That's, as a coach, yes, you want all your routines to be locked in and everything like that, but to hear that from Adriana, what does that mean to you?
I have coached Adri since she was a freshman, and so watching her grow, it really is watching these girls blossom. They care more about their academics. They care about what they're doing. I mean, they just give it their all, and you get to watch them blossom, come out of their shell. And Adri's definitely one of those, but they all are, they put their heart out there, and they love what they're doing, and it shows.
It really does. And it's always such a great group of student athletes doing that. And one of the things you talked about is Adriana's one of those captains, but there's a couple more as well. What can you say about the other captains as well?
So Ellie Downs and Miley Dougal are my other two captains for football. All three of them have been cheering football since freshman year. They were my first freshmen, and so the first group I've seen for 4 years, and they work together so well. They're really big sisters for the squad, and they do an excellent job.
And Adriana, with your fellow captains, there's something that we're doing for the first time we've ever done, November 1st.
Yes.
Marshalltown's going to be competing?
Yep, our first competition is state, and we're going to be doing our fight song and some cheers, and I'm really excited. Something new.
And what was the indicator of, like, hey, let's go take this to a competition level?
We have been working really hard just on fundamentals and routines and getting them out there, and we got to go try it out, and we got to put ourselves out there, and we're doing it for the experience, and they're ready. They're ready to go out and give it a shot.
And as you have 3 weeks left here of the football season. We're already talking about competition. I know then there'll be tryouts for wrestling and basketball cheer. Do you do basketball cheer? So we have basketball cheerleader here, but you have all these things coming together. Why not throw in a kids camp next Friday on October 10th? Can you tell us a little bit about the kids camp?
Yeah, so our kids camp is Friday the 10th at our game versus Dallas Center Grimes, and our theme this year is kind of a tropical theme on Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
They're working on the routine now. The kids will get a bow, a T-shirt. It's a fundraiser for the cheerleaders, and you say we've been growing, and it means more uniforms, more expenses, and cheer uniforms are not cheap. So these fundraisers really help us be able to grow.
You heard right there. I know you said that the entry's closed, but if you're listening to this,
closed, yeah.
you should probably get your arm twisted.
Yeah, if you register by tomorrow, and I can get the shirts to Dave Adlin here in town by tomorrow or latest this weekend, we could still fit you in. You can bring the payment with you in cheer camp. It's just in order to get those shirts ready in time, we need to get those rolling.
And can you give them, just if they're watching, just a real quick of who would they contact, how that they would do if they want to do that?
So you would go to Bound, and there is a camp on Bound that you can register. It's $30 registration fee, and on that registration there's a space for a cheer camp t-shirt size. Otherwise, just reach out to me. I'm on the directory for the staff for the district, and we can get you hooked up.
And it's Corson, Corson.
That is correct.
And then final football game is also senior night.
It is.
And because you said you're glutton of punishment, all JV and varsity, so the whole group of 50 will be up there. Yes. But what can you say about those most important of the 50 on senior nights, your seniors?
And I have 15 seniors, and it's a big group, and I've been with most of them. This is their 4th year with me, so it is. It's a bittersweet night. The bringing both squads together for Friday Night Lights on that last game is a tradition I started my first year coaching 3-4 years ago. And it really is just amazing to watch the JV squad come out there, too, and experience it. Yep. And they still talk about, as a freshman, when they did it and how much they loved it. And I think it's a tradition we'll continue to do.
Adriana, what's senior night going to mean for you?
Emotional. Yeah. Just very emotional, because I love all the girls I cheer with, and saying goodbye is one of the hardest things, but we'll get through it.
And then when you hear if there's some young ladies or gentlemen out there that maybe next year will be their freshman year, what would you say to them about getting engaged in cheer?
Just try, because you never know. That's really it.
And it really is. It's one of the things. Friday nights, football may not be my favorite sports, but Friday nights are my favorite. And it's because it's all of it. Yeah. It's the band, it's the cheer, it's the crowd, it's football. I still love football, but all of it together is just quintessential hometown pride. So I want to thank you ladies very much. Again, cheer camp next Friday, October 10th. Get a hold of Val. Beyond that, cheer on your Bobcats November 1st down at the state fairgrounds for state cheer competition. And then week before that Friday, come out, cheer senior night football players, and for cheer. It's going to be emotional. Val will have the Kleenex. She'll hand them out. But when we come back, we're going to talk with head coach Adam Goodvin here on Bobcat Live.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social. And that's just on the inside. Step outside and enjoy patio life at Gutter Point with drinks, shuffleboard, live music, and fun atmosphere. Follow Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to plan your next visit to the place for fun.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
Go to AdletEngraving24.com. That's AdletEngraving24.com and grab your fall sports shirts. Adlet Engraving and Screen Print Company, 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Go Cats!
Welcome back into Bobcat Live here on Cheer Night. I am joined with head coach of the football team, Adam Goodvin. Adam, you sit at 3-2. Last Friday night was a tough loss, and right at the end of the game, you and I both used a phrase. It didn't seem like there was a lot of juice in the Cats. Coming back at it this week after a tough Friday night, how have the Cats responded?
Knock on wood, I think yesterday was our one of our top 5 practices of the year. We talked about it as a team afterwards, and that's what you want to see at this point of the year. Seeing that, we're hopeful that we can come out a heck of a lot sharper tomorrow night.
And so when you say, one of your better practices, as a spectator, as a fan, we may look at specific things that we would think would make for a great practice. When you're looking at from a coaching staff perspective, what are you looking at? What are the indicators for you that make it a great practice?
Oh, man, it's quite a bit. I think things were clicking. I think offensively our spacing was really good. We were just making less mistakes to cover a lot of it. Good hustle, a lot of focus. Didn't have to use as many reminders, I suppose, and I think the kids were out there with a purpose and getting better, and that's what we're trying to ask for every single day and a little more consistently.
And one of the things you talked about a little bit are spacing offensively. It seems that turnovers have been kind of an issue. Do you feel like those are just turnovers that are correctable by just in the way you prepare, or is it just freak plays? Is it a mix of both? When you look at the film, what do you see?
Yeah, I think a lot of those can just be, chalked up to just relaxing and playing. Last week we saw a defense that we haven't seen since implementing this offense, and I think we were just overthinking a few things. And we got to trust our practice and our process and the scouting report and everything we put into the game the week of, and go out there and play.
And you look at Kennedy. Kennedy probably the most was the most physical and good sizes, and it felt a little bit on the heels. Now you will have Waukee this week. Waukee sits at 1-4, but it's their losses are against some really high quality teams, and they've also against this Kennedy team. What can you say about this Waukee squad?
I think they've got a lot of talent. I think they're a good football team. Like you said, I think 1-4 doesn't really show the whole picture. They played a tough schedule, and we've watched a lot of that Kennedy Waukee film, and that was a really good ball game. I think it could have gone either way. I think Kennedy's got some pieces that are better than Waukee, and vice versa, and we just know that we got to take care of ourselves and come out sharp and take advantage of our opportunities, and take care of the football and play with high energy.
And when you look at their offense, they're a little bit similar to Kennedy in the fact that they can throw it, they can run it, so it's not like you can't load up in the box. But they have shown in the past game they both get some big plays, but he's thrown 7 interceptions already this year. When you look from a defensive perspective, is there something that you feel that the Cats can do to maybe get a couple more of those turnovers?
Yeah, I think first off, our secondary, we've got to make sure that we're keeping everything in front of us and keeping our eyes out of the backfield and doing our jobs there. And then I think everyone else has got to go to the football. This quarterback, he can extend plays really well. I don't know how comfortable he is doing that, as he's prone to making mistakes. But he's a talented kid. He's a 4-year starter. He's a coach's son, and he's going out there with a lot of confidence. So we got to have all 11 guys with the football every single play.
Yeah, and you look at that it's been up and down, and it seems the turnovers have really been what ultimately has shot Waukee in the foot. But in that offensive side is, I think they have 4 guys that have made receiving touchdowns of over like 25 yards. They're not afraid to go up top. But offensively, you've said, a different Kennedy defense was just with that rover, that hybrid. It was a little bit different front. What are you expecting from that Waukee defense?
More traditional 4-3 front that you see almost any time you turn the TV on, I'd say. I mean, but they're going to move guys around. We've got to identify where they're at in order for us to stay our tracks and execute at a high level. And it just comes down to having confidence and going out there and playing at full speed every single play and trusting your teammates.
And so just because we're going to have him on right after this, Zane Moore has played both sides of the football, that wide receiver position and a lot of linebacker, while Drake Gersma started. Really, this is the year that we've seen him really play and from started more in that defensive backfield. He's now making some plays offensively as well. What can you say about those 2 gentlemen?
I think first off, they're both very smart kids. They're competitive. We're fortunate that they're juniors. Very happy about that. They're good leaders. They're learning in that category every single day, and they lead by example really well. I think, as a collective, as a program, we've got to teach our kids to lead a little bit better and vocally. But that's tough for teenagers to do. I get that. But, they make good plays. When we put them out there, we're expecting them to go out there and make plays. And I know they play with a lot of confidence. And, we hope to have that confidence spread throughout the rest of the guys.
Well, Coach, tomorrow night, Waukee, travel down there, get a shot at them. Good luck. It feels like good week of practice. Cats kick off here tomorrow night on KFJB-TV. This is Adam Goodvin. When we come back, the aforementioned Drake Gersma and Zane Moore will be our guests here on Bobcat Live.
Brown Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear. Choose from New Balance, On, Keen, Echo, and much more. Brown Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and European footwear, carrying multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff is available to give you a personalized experience and can find the right shoes for what you need. Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Fall is officially delicious at your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. Try the all-new Maple Cookie Shake, sweet, creamy, or dive into the ultimate duo, the Oreo Reese's Blizzard Treat. 2 icons, 1 cup, pure magic. Craving pumpkin spice everything? The Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat is back, loaded with real pumpkin pie pieces and topped with whipped cream and nutmeg. Or keep the summer vibes going with the Choco Dip Strawberry Blizzard Treat. A vacation in every bite. Hurry in. These fall flavors won't last forever. Happy tastes good at your Marshalltown Dairy Queens.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live here at Wayward Social. I'm joined with Zane Moore and Drake Gersma, both juniors for the football team. Zane playing a lot of that wide receiver, linebacker position. As you've gone into getting in, how are you feeling in that linebacker role? Are you feeling more comfortable with it? How are you doing just maturing in the defense?
Yeah, so it is a new position because I played safety last year. But yeah, just over the course of like practices, just obviously getting that practice in helped me a lot, and now it feels natural now. So yeah, it's gotten a lot easier than definitely the start of the year. But yeah.
So when you're making that shift from the safety to the linebacker, for those that just like to cheer you on Friday nights, maybe not know the ins and outs, what is the biggest difference in moving up in that linebacker in the 3-4 defense?
Play calls for sure, because you're getting a lot more play calls, different stuff involved with the defensive line and stuff like that, and run game coverage. safety, you're going to have a lot more pass coverage, obviously. So run game is a big deal at linebacker.
And one of the reasons you're up at that linebacker is because of a safety right over here in Drake Gersma. Drake, how has that been for you at that varsity level, now playing a lot of safety? How has the game slowed down for you over the first few weeks?
I've got way more comfortable with it because my teammates just encourage me, and Winkler has been really teaching me how to be really good at it. So I think I've just got really good at it.
And so when you talk about Coach Winkler is your position coach, what's the one piece that he's taught you that really sticks with you?
Just pre-snap, get into my drop, and then just reading from in to out, from 2 to 1.
And so when you talk about that, I think, and both of you guys still only juniors, Zane, you have a little more snaps under your belt in your career. How important is it, Zane, when you move from having to think about everything to just reacting? How much faster does that make the game feel?
It makes it a lot faster. I mean, a lot of the time when I'm out there, I'm not thinking. I mean, it just it comes to my brain right away. Yeah. So just the reaction always happens right away. Not much of thinking.
And that's really where you can play fast and really where defenses are really locked in. Drake, I want to hit one is your 23-yard touchdown run. Took you a few weeks to get some run on the offensive side, but you kept those legs churning. How did it feel to cross the goal line for 6?
It felt great. It felt great because obviously that was my first touchdown at the varsity level. And I was at wide receiver at the start of the year, and I switched over to the slot. So I felt really good about it that I made the switch.
Yeah, and Zane, you've always done, out of that wide receiver position in this offense, you don't get a lot of opportunities. But when you do, you got to maximize, and you have this year. But because I just love hoops more than anything, I just do. I do have to end this. I know it's a football interview, but we'll call it a teaser. As you're getting about a month out here from really switching gears to basketball, as you think through that, Zane, what are you thinking moving into this next year, going into your junior role, having some varsity action? How are you looking towards the season for basketball?
Just got to be ready,
Yep.
Just have it all memorized, just be ready to play.
And you're always that plug-and-play kid that I think every coach I've ever talked to about you is you can put Zane out there to do anything, and he's not going to make a mistake. Now, Drake, you have a different role going into the ball in your hands a lot.
Yeah.
Going from, I remember talking to Coach Apple, he says, this kid will never turn the ball over. He just doesn't turn the ball over, and that's when he knew that you were going to be the starting point guard, is he doesn't turn it over. Last year, of course, there's a few more turnovers just going to that varsity level. Now having a full year of varsity under your belt, how do you feel coming into your second year starting your junior year?
I feel way more comfortable, and I've been working on my craft. I've just been, practicing my ball handling. I've been in the weight room too, so I feel like I'll be way more comfortable handling the ball and getting it out to open cutters and shooters.
Yeah, that physicality at the varsity level at 5A basketball is a different thing. Well, this has been Drake Gersma, Zane Moore. Big football game tomorrow night against Waukee. Come out and celebrate, cheer on these kids if you cannot go down to Waukee. Of course, turn into KFJB-TV. When we come back, we are going to go to the lanes, and we'll talk to girls Bobcat bowling coach Dustin Peterson here on Bobcat Live at Wayward Social.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Go to adletengraving24.com. That's adletengraving24.com and grab your fall sports shirts. Adlet Engraving and Screen Print Company, 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Go Cats!
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit VisionSource-MarshalltownEyeCare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
Good call tonight, man. You too? You think what I'm thinking? Let's go to Legends for a Bobcat burger.
Hi, guys. What are we hungry for today?
I think we're going to do 2 Bobcat burgers. Whether it's pre-game or post-game.
Or during the game, it's Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at VanWyckWoodBuilders.com.
Welcome into Bobcat Live here on Cheer Night at Wayward Social. We're actually inside at Rosie's. I am joined with Bobcat girls bowling coach Dustin Peterson. Last time we were talking, Dustin, we were in the student section just last Friday night. But
right.
We're getting closer and closer to the season, about a month away from practice, about a month and a half away from throwing the bowling balls down there that'll count.
That's right, yep.
What are you looking at? I know we're looking for participation numbers to grow, but right now you're in coach prep mode. How's your brain doing?
It's kind of all over the place right now. I mean, we're doing whatever we can to try to get our numbers up and get the word out about bowling. I mean, here we are at Wayward Social. We bowl here.
Yep.
Wayward has some really good leagues for youth, and even to get those numbers up for younger kids to come out and really enjoy bowling. So that's the thing. I mean, the boys program, they have the numbers right now.
Yep.
But at the same time, they're going to need numbers here in the future. And the girls program definitely could use a boost.
Yeah, and one of those alums is your daughter, Devin, who was the leader across the board last year. She is now playing for Clark College, right?
That's right.
And you got to travel to watch her?
Yeah, last Saturday we drove to Rockford, Illinois, and watched her JV team, their varsity and their JV team compete, and their JV team won the tournament.
Well, fantastic.
Yeah.
And you said, that some of that transition, were you able to put away the coach hat and Jesco dad hat, or is it one and the same?
No, no.
It's
maybe
one
it is
and
one
the
and the
same.
same. Yeah, probably.
I see volleyball coach Jen O'Neill over there wondering that same thing as she coaches her daughter as well. But as you look towards this year, yes, numbers are what you're looking at it, but I know Camilla Thomas is kind of the returning stat leader there.
Yep.
But you had a pretty senior-laden varsity team last year.
Yeah, so we lost 4 girls from last year's team. And then coming in this year, we have 3 seniors and 2 juniors. And then I know a freshman who's coming up. And so that's basically the base of our team. But out of that, only 2 of them have a lot of varsity experience. So you have Cam, which she definitely should be our team leader. Yep. I mean, she should have last year probably. Yep. And then Ariana. And this will be her 4th year bowling with us. And, the nice thing about all those girls that we just mentioned, Devin, Kennedy Lammert, Delaney Legg, none of them bowled before high school.
Yep.
So every single one of them, their freshman year, well, not everyone, most of them, their freshman year was the first time they really bowled.
Yeah.
And Delaney, her senior year was the first time she bowled. Now she's bowling for Hawkeye. So, I mean, it's, they put the work in, they do the stuff. And the cool thing about bowling and with the girls is that schools need them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know girls who have averages that are under 100 that have scholarships to go bowl. So
out there, parents, you may be paying extra for different sports or whatnot, but what I'm hearing is teach your kid how to long snap and also bowl. Those two things, opportunity to help pay for college.
65% of tuition is pretty nice sometimes.
Yeah, you're speaking more as a dad there than a coach.
That
was the dad hat, full on. No, but those are some big things. What are from a coaching perspective, I'd love to know is like, high school bowling coaches are not in it because of the amount of money and the deals you get and the cars that are thrown at you.
Yeah.
What are the key things that bring you back year after year? And really,
it's the kids. I mean, for the most part, we get to work with some really amazing kids, and I think if they have good attitudes and they like to have some fun.
Yeah.
I mean, bowling's a great sport for them because. Even at 6 a.m. practice, we try to make it fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's days we bring in ice cream for the kids, or nothing like eating ice cream at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I have never bowled at 6 a.m., but I've also never had a bad time bowling. No matter how bad the score is, it's a competition like anything, but it's also just a fun sport that you can carry on with you for the rest of your days.
You're never too old to bowl.
And so last question for you, Dustin, as you get the camera again here, what is your goal for this squad this year as you're looking to build numbers, to move forward, continue moving the program forward? What's your big goal this year?
I mean, our goal is to have a team on varsity and on JV would be ideal.
Yeah.
Just to get as much experience on the lanes as possible.
Yep.
The last thing I want to do is put a girl out on varsity that's maybe not ready for it, just because we don't have enough numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that can be pretty defeating for a kid. And we have some teams in our conference like Ottumwa, Des Moines Lincoln. I mean, they'll make a good team look really bad. So it's difficult when you think about your brand new bowler. Yep. You bowl in the 60s, you bowl in the 70s, and now you're bowling against girls who average 200.
Yeah.
So,
there are some Goliaths out in the Iowa Alliance Conference for sure. But thank you very much, Coach Peterson. Again, Dustin Peterson with the Marshalltown girls bowling team. When we come back, we've got golf, we've got volleyball. We've still got more to come here on Bobcat Live, here at Wayward Social.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
At Lennox Employees Credit Union, we take care of you like family. We're all about personal service, going above and beyond for our members. Whether it's home, auto, or other financial services, we're here for you. Take advantage of our always low interest rates or exclusive perks being a member can bring. Unlike others within personal services, at Lennox Employees Credit Union, we're all about that personal service. We find great joy meeting with our members to discuss their financial needs or big dreams. It's easy to become a member. Stop in today. Lennox Employees Credit Union, a family place.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
Go to AdletEngraving24.com. That's AdletEngraving24.com and grab your fall sports shirts. Adlet Engraving and Screen Print Company, 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Go Cats!
Welcome back into Bobcat Live here at Rosie's inside of Wayward Social. We are now going to the golf course. We're here with head coach Lucas Johnson and sophomore conference champ Joe Griesel. Lucas, it wasn't the team result maybe that you wanted this year. Failed to grab that Alliance Conference Championship, which you had a stranglehold on quite a bit. From a team perspective, how do you, as a coach, like maybe you didn't get that title, but how do you continue to coach in that, encourage, and continue to grow there?
Yeah, I mean, we were there until the final 2 holes, 1 hole. I mean, it came down to the last shots, and so we were doing everything we could. And you know, as a coach, you tip your hat to Ottumwa. They earned it, and our guys played well. Joe played great and was able to get it done. And so, you know, you take the next step forward, and we know the bigger meet is coming up on Tuesday, so that's the focus now.
And Jacob Seeberger also was able to get second team all-conference, and we had a chance to have him on. Really just sharp kid, as all the golf kids I've talked to are really sharp kids. What can you say about Jacob's leadership on this team?
Yeah, Jacob's been somebody that's just come a long way from his 8th grade year, freshman year. He didn't pick up the game until basically middle school and high school, and so he's a big, strong kid. He hits the ball a long way, and so he's really worked at managing the game, course management. I know sometimes Joe will give him some tips on course management around the course, and that's been the biggest step forward for him, and it was great to see him come out with a second team all-conference.
You didn't get the team title, but you did coach the individual title in just a sophomore as well, Joe Griesel. What can you say about Joe's game that has to be fun to coach?
Yeah, Joe's a great kid. He's fun to be around, not only on the golf course, but just brings a great attitude to the game. He's got an attitude that's tailor-made for golf because he doesn't get too down, he doesn't get too high. He's got that easygoing attitude, which helps out a lot. And so, you know, for him, he puts himself in competitive situations throughout the summer. He embraces that competitiveness as much as any kid on our squad. And so that's why he's there at the end of a meet like conference. And, you know, it wasn't easy. He had some tough holes coming down the stretch, and he made some really great decisions and was able to pull it out.
Joe, walk me through some of those decisions. If you want to bring that mic a little bit closer to your mouth there, but walk me through those tough shots and being able to overcome and get that conference title.
Didn't really hit the ball good all day, but coming down the stretch, able to get a few putts to drop.
And when you look at that, say shots aren't going. Now, if it's me and shots aren't going, I'm thinking of, why did I just spend a bunch of money to do this? I don't even like this sport. How do you don't go down the way that I go, but you're able to lock in and knock down putts? What's going on in your brain to get yourself set up for those opportunities? Or is it nothing and it just goes blank?
I don't really know, but...
Okay, and so for you as a sophomore, leading the team in scoring average, sometimes, the highest productive player being an underclassman, you still look to some older people on the team. Who do you really learn from on the course?
Last year is probably all the seniors.
Yep.
This year, just talk to coach.
Yep. And so you look at that, and you look at Joe being that sophomore as well, but Griesel is not an uncommon name to be on your roster. I found it interesting that calm, cool, collected, perfect for golf. I called a lot of Grant Griesel basketball games, and that's about as far away from his personality, yet he was still productive. Where, in coaching all these Griesels, what sets Joe, what makes Joe unique?
Yeah, I mean, Joe's been around the game. You know, I remember him tagging along when I was coaching Grant, and we were at state tournaments, and so he's been around the game. That helps a tremendous amount. And Grant would have his moments, but the thing that Grant did so well is he would flush it, and by the time he got to the next shot, he was ready to lock in on that one. And sometimes Joe has that in in his game too, and as he gets older, he'll learn to work through those moments, and I've seen that a lot thus far this season, so it's been great.
Awesome. And you have a big meet coming up as district at the Copper Creek Golf Club in Southeast Polk area. Is when you're going to a course like that, Joe, have you golfed that course before? Is this a newer course to you?
I think I played it 2 times.
So when you're going into a different course, and this is a big meet, a lot's on the line, how do you go and approach a new course?
I think just staying patient and just don't be stupid.
Yep. That's just a good thumb rule of life, is just don't be stupid. If you accomplish that, you're going to be pretty good off. How do you get them prepped for that?
Yeah, well, we know that it's going to be a tough field. There's 6 of the top 18 squads there, and so really it's going to come down to who's playing their best golf on that day. And we've talked a lot about the short game, especially at Copper Creek with the large green complexes and the ability to hit it close. If you can wedge it close out there, you're going to have a chance to make birdies, and I know that's what Joe wants to go out and do.
Yeah, it looked. I was on there looking at their course and stuff today. It looks like for golfers of your stature, there's definitely you can shoot a lower score there. So, coach's perspective coming into that, what is your expectation? What are you shooting for your team?
Well, I mean, I think we're in a good spot because we're not expected by any means to qualify, but we know that we have guys, and we've shown it throughout the season, that can go out and put a really good number on the board, and that's the danger of District Day is the squads that have that extra pressure feel like they have to go out and perform, and our guys can go out there and play free, and we'll see what happens.
All righty, well, good luck to you all. Again, that's going to be at Copper Creek Golf Club in the Southeast Polk area. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Again, congrats, Joe, on that conference championship. But when we come back, we're going to go and talk to Jen O'Neill, head volleyball coach for your Marshalltown Bobcats, here on Bobcat Live.
Go to AdletEngraving24.com. That's AdletEngraving24.com and grab your fall sports shirts. Adlet Engraving and Screen Print Company, 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Go Cats!
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
Welcome back in on cheer night to Bobcat Live. I'm with Coach Jen O'Neill of the Marshalltown Bobcats volleyball team. Jen, again, we talk so much about culture and so much about building numbers, and got a text from Brandon. He's like, hey, varsity volleyball team's here at the 8th grade volleyball game.
Yeah.
It expands beyond that, is showing up. Is this something that you make a point of making sure, hey, we're going to be at other games for lower levels as well?
Yeah, for sure. This is obviously it's my second year, so it's the second year we have done that. When I was an assistant coach, like way back in the day with Terry Westendorf, we did that as well, and I just think that's really, really important for your program. Also, a lot of those girls maybe have come to NetFest or some camps that we have done. And so it's really important that we show them our support and that we're there for them, and we want them to come do the same thing for us too. So yeah, I think our girls do a really good job. Our JV and our varsity came tonight, so that was great. And the 8th grade girls got a win against Ames. Yes, so they kind of like did some justice for us tonight.
Yeah, it's never a bad day if you beat Ames.
Never.
But you see that camaraderie builds in, and you've had some good wins over. It's kind of been up and down a little bit, but you got a big win against North. You also split on a couple weekend tournaments. Where do you see the team at right now as you're trying to gel together?
Yeah, it's funny you asked me that because I was looking back to last year, and we're kind of about in the same spot as last year. And so I think that might surprise some people given how many seniors we lost and how talented we were last year, that this team has grown so much over the summer and over our season that we are like sitting about where we were last year with that heavily senior squad. So I'm like really pleased with where we are, knowing that we had a lot of growing and some work to do. And I think too, like you mentioned culture, just something I want to mention. And I don't know if you guys, David, caught that up there, but when we were at North, we had literally the best cheering section with our lower levels. Singing to songs, but then also like cheering every point, and the atmosphere was so cool. Like we weren't at home, but we definitely had an awesome home crowd with all of our JV levels cheering. So shout out to them for really like locking in and helping us push through that.
And I don't know if there's a better feeling than being on the road and having a strong cheering squad. You kind of expect it at home, but when you're on the road, it definitely does something a little bit more. It's kind of like a takeover type situation there.
Yeah, for sure.
And when you look at it, and you were able to take care of North in straight sets. Really, in the Iowa Alliance, the only one that's really given you much issue is Ames there. And we'll have the chance conference tourney coming up, but before that, you have Oskaloosa tournament, and then you have Des Moines East still. With those still in the windshield, and this team growing so quickly over the years, really coming together, what are you looking for as you get closer and closer to conference tournament?
Yeah, I still think we have yet to play our best volleyball, so I guess that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, this was our marathon week. We had a tournament Saturday, basically a tournament on Monday at Roland Story, and then we went right to North. And so now we're off for, another week and a half. And so we're like healing a little bit. We've had some illness. We've had a little soreness. We played, I think Stacy Lima said, we've played 10 matches in 4 days. I'm like, that is a lot. So, and those matches are sets too, right? Yeah, so that's just the match. So I think, going to the volleyball game tonight to cheer on Miller was a great just team bonding thing for us to do. We're going to have an early practice for the girls tomorrow because I know some of them want to go cheer on the football team at Waukee. And and so what we're doing now is thinking through, we have our Oskaloosa tournament, we have East, and then it's conference tournament, and then it's regionals. And we have some time to, really fine tune and hone in on what do we absolutely need to make sure that we are focusing on as we get closer and closer to conference tournament, closer and closer to regionals. And again, like I said, I am waiting for our best volleyball to show up, and I know it's there because I've seen glimpses. So hoping we can just put all of those things together here in the next 2 weeks at practice, and then, have a great conference tournament. And next Thursday is the announcement for our first round of regionals, so we'll be looking for that too.
That'll be a big moment. It always is. It seems like you got a lot of matches, 10 in 4 days, and then you go where you're not.
Yeah.
Is there something you do? Do you do an intentional scrimmage or anything in that? Something to kind of give some game feel to it in that off period?
Yeah, I mean, we have a very competitive JV, so that helps. Something else we'll do in our gym is we'll actually split up our varsity. We'll do a drill called hitter versus hitter. So I'll put, Bella and Kinsley against each other on the outside on opposite sides with a supporting cast, of course. And so we'll challenge each other in that. And, again, I am really proud of our JV because they do bring it to us in practices. So I think part of it too that we haven't had a whole lot of time to do because we've been on such a marathon is we're going to go watch film of ourselves. Okay. So not necessarily scouting other teams, but really like that real game film of us, so that not only as I'm saying it in practice, what, the stats say and what I see, like they're able to also see, oh yeah, these are some things that we can work on individually and as a team. And so that's in the works as well.
It really feels like you're kind of in that the coach's wish list. Like, I wish we had time to do this. And it rarely ever happens late in the year to have that. It can be a real gift. So we're going to do a round table with the young ladies after this.
Yep.
As a whole, what would you say about this group? I know you've said a lot about them, but just how this group is coming together, getting towards postseason play.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it too. I think every Bobcat Live, we've had almost everybody here, and they sit together, they eat together, they chat together, they went over to the game together, they all sat at the game together. And so I just appreciate their camaraderie, the fact that, they also know how to have some fun together. That's important. The right type of fun on the court, but also fun off the court. And so I just appreciate that. Like they get along, they like each other, they support each other. So I think that is also a coach's dream.
Yes, it is.
Because you don't always have that situation. So yeah, I just appreciate them as people. I think they're all really, really, really great girls and have super big hearts and luckiest. I'm the luckiest coach to have this group.
Yeah, they're whatever sport we've been able to cover, they all travel in packs.
Yep.
It's absolutely a highlight of Bobcat Live each and every week, having the volleyball team out. But when we come back, we're going to hang out with the volleyball team. We'll do a volleyball roundtable here at Rosie's inside of Wayward on Bobcat Live.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social. And that's just on the inside. Step outside and enjoy patio life at Gutter Point with drinks, shuffleboard, live music, and fun atmosphere. Follow Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to plan your next visit to the place for fun.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live, and we have gone to the table. It's your volleyball round table. I'm going to take a moment and allow the ladies to introduce themselves. So, just hit me with your name, position, and grade, and then we'll get into the real hard-hitting journalistic questions.
I'm Lauren O'Neill. I'm a junior, and I'm a setter.
I'm Bella Avis. I'm a junior, and I'm an outside hitter.
I'm Kendall Brummel. I'm a junior, and I'm a middle hitter. I'm Kinsley. I'm an outside. I'm a senior.
I'm Gianna. I'm a libero, and I'm a senior.
I'm Morgan. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a DS. I'm Brooklyn. I'm a freshman, and I'm a middle.
All righty, we had Gianna and Brooklyn on last week. We had senior and freshmen's represented, so I thought we'd go junior here real quick. Talking to my juniors over here, what was the biggest win that you felt you had so far this year?
I think our biggest win so far this year is Fort Dodge. It was our first game of the year. None of us have really played together before. I mean, a few of us have, but I think we went to 5 with them. It was a really good competition, and it was a great test of our grit and energy, and yeah.
I would say Fort Dodge. We played very well together, and yeah.
I'm going to have to agree with them, Fort Dodge. I feel like it really just showed our teamwork and how well we work together.
All righty. Anytime you beat Fort Dodge, not quite as sweet as Ames, but it's pretty sweet when you get to do that. Coach O'Neill did talk about it seems that this team is really coming together more quickly than maybe she even thought. And Kinsley, I'm going to hit you you're basically the serial murderer of the team. With all those kills, you have so many kills. So when you look at that, Kinsley and Gianna as well, I'd love to know from a senior perspective, what's it been like to lead this crew?
I just try to have fun because it's my last season, so go out with a bang, you know?
Yeah, I just try to have fun too. I think that's really important to me, and just the team chemistry too. And it's fun to lead Brooklyn because she's my little baby.
All righty. As we look at, you guys have some time off. So Morgan, as you guys have time off and you're looking as you develop your own game, and what are you hoping to accomplish in this time off to heal up before you get ready for some big meets?
I think with our time off, I think we should try to get more of a bonding experience so then we can get closer with each other. Because I feel like we're pretty close on the court, but then just like personal lives, try to combine each other. And then also just make sure we're working on our defense and serve receive.
All right, and Brooklyn, you're coming in, really your first conference tourney, getting a lot of this stuff. Do you feel like you're just really catching your rhythm as a player, and you feel like don't even think like you're a freshman anymore?
Yeah, I think I've gotten pretty used to just like trying my best and fitting in with the team. Everyone's inclusive, so I don't really think as I'm out there that I'm just a freshman most of the time.
And so, Gianna, I'm going to end with you, but I'd really like to know, you've got conference tourney coming up. There's going to be district, pairings coming up. In your senior year, what are your goals for your team? What are you still looking to accomplish?
Just to get as many wins as possible and get past the first round for regionals.
I'm not falling into that trap anymore. But I do believe that pregame is at 6 tomorrow with a football game at 7. There you go. I got there. But there we go. Girls volleyball, always a blast hanging out, and it took all the strength in my being not to ask Morgan about her jump shot. But that will come in Winter Bobcat Live. Again, this has been the volleyball team. When we come back, we'll wrap it up. Hear from Rosie's inside of Wayward.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Welcome back into Wayward here for Bobcat Live. We want to thank everybody. Great night here at Cheer Night. Val Corson and her team always bring the energy, talk some football. We got into some golf, a little bit of girls bowling. Volleyball was great as always. And a reminder, tomorrow night here on KFJB-TV at 6 o'clock will be the pregame. Down at Waukee at 7 o'clock will be kickoff. I want to thank our producer on site, Mr. David Braga, and thank you for watching here at Wayward Social inside at Rosie's. You've been watching Bobcat Live on KFJB-TV.